Jesus. Oh Jesus. A couple of snaky friends, just Adam and Eve. Yeah. And there's no debate on who's better. Come on. I'll turn them into a go like Bruce Jenner. Shut down the dance. Down the dance like. I be the love, I be the dance. Where I'm from, oh one fun. Your brethren, your hairline on. I can't believe it. I can't believe the cheek. Some girls wake up and don't even brush their teeth. That's a dead thing. It's a bad breath thing. Morning, how could you talk my name when you ain't even brush your teeth? Never brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Hold like a TikTok. You silly like Rick Ross. This girl do the TikTok. Girl, where your lips gone? Where? Time to be TikTok. A new wristwatch. Let's go the toe. Flip flops. I make the crowd jump like crisscross. A dark skin friend that looks like Tozel. A light skin friend that looks like Tozel. Not sure. Encore. Don't think you're buff cause you're wearing contour. Cause I'll wipe your brows off. I'll snap you with your nails off. I go hands out. There's no shot. Look, these are moving. They're really turn. Nah man, you put your dirt on me. You're gonna get your cousin. Everything is rosy, I'm picking up. The teeth for a set it off. And I bounce like a belly flop. Got one eye on your man. Say what? Yeah. I'm getting what? Like Netflix. Go to the club. When you wake up, though, for your and electric. I can't believe it. I can't believe the cheek. The cheek is some man pick up and don't even brush their teeth. How could you do that? How could you even speak? How could you call my name and you ain't even brush your teeth? Never brush your teeth. Queen speech for ya. Slide for the way. Bang gang gang gang. Bang gang. Bang gang gang gang. Ding ding ding.
That's funny. Oh, now we can get into our reading. All right.
I hold it down like a Snapchat. Go over your head like a snapback. Uploaded a pic, double tap that. And your flow so old, granddad. Bruh, it's just banter. Yeah, I'm way too much like a black cap. Hey boss, what you stop chatting in the club for? Just dance man. Yo fam, yo fam, yo girl better than. On the roads, caravan. Let me fast, Ramadan. Cause we down, avalanche. On the short paragraph. Queen, rain, and a rap. Fell. Oh Jesus, oh Lord, oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. A couple of snaky friends, just Adam and Eve. Yeah. And there's no debate on who's better. Come on. I'll turn them into a go like Bruce Jenner. Shut down the dance. Don't.
Oh, she's dope. Love her, Lady LaShore. Okay. Into the reading. Into the reading we go. Into the reading we go. All right, this should be fun. Let's see here. It's coming to me. Well, that's weird. What's coming to me is what's going on with Texas. So here we go. I'm gonna do the clarity spread. So it's one card in the front, 3 cards down below The one at the top is the overall factor, and the other three are the contributing factors. So basically, what you're trying to get clarity on, and what are the contributing factors that relate to what that clarity should be for you. So here we go. I'm just going to pull the first 4 cards that come up. All right. Judgment, 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Very interesting. So here's the first card we pulled. Judgment. There it is. That's the card at the top. And then the contributing factors. So from my perspective, this is left, center, right. On the left side, we have 10 of Swords. Or is that? Sorry, 9. 9. All right, 5 of Cups. And 10 of Cups. Pretty. All right, let's get into the book. What I'm getting so far, without getting into that just yet, I know the 10 of Cups, so I keep saying 10 of Cups. Well, that's over here. 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is, well, first of all, the swords relates to the mind, right? So this is mental anguish, and it's a very violent card with the swords going through the eyeballs and the eyes just looking at you all crazy. Ah! So it's anguish. It's we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it. So here we go. 9 of Swords, dark visions, anguish. An extremely dark card, the 9 of Swords reveals the deepest shadows of the self. It indicates insomnia, nightmares, and worries in the midnight hour. Often these states are accompanied by guilt, despair, or even depression. You'll be battling with yourself, so turn to others for help. Find joy and reach out. I'm going to backtrack a little bit and go to the top where we have our Judgment card, and there's 2 X's, so that's 20. And it reads forgiveness. The word judgment conjures up fear and guilt in many people. This card, however, concerns itself with another aspect of this word, seeking the truth. No more blaming yourself or others. No more excuses. Now is the time. This card asks you to rise or fall below you, expand your wings, and be reborn. What a relief it will be. So this brings up feelings of Texas, or that area, having a very dark history, and it's very, very sad, and it's very, very traumatic, and we have an opportunity as a country, as a world, as a people, a race, a human race, to find ways to find each other through love and create a better tomorrow, essentially. There's been a lot of things that have been happening overall, and we have to stop playing the blame game. It doesn't matter who did what or when it happened or whatever. It really doesn't matter, because there's bigger fish to fry, and we have to come together as people and start loving each other more, way more. And I ain't talking about sex, people. I'm talking about embracing someone. I'm talking about walking down the street and listening to their whatever stories they got to tell you. You know, you don't have to necessarily have to have a response or a rebuttal, but just being an open ear and looking them directly in the eyes and opening up your heart space to what they're feeling, because some people just literally cannot feel, but they have this energy that's in them that they have to get out. And then there's people like me who feel everything, and so I take on these energies and I transmute them out so that they can see the feelings that they're feeling and then feel their own feelings because they see what it looks like. And then in that space, they're reignited and they can start having their own feelings. So I'm going to read the Five of Cups, and this card is about grief and disappointment. The Five of Cups indicates a time of sorrow. A relationship may fall apart or an old friend could slip away. There will be disappointment and even regret. When this card appears, it's important not to make any hasty decisions. It also may be helpful to look at the type of expectations you place on others. Perhaps they can never do enough to please you. And again, this whole reading is relating to what's going on in Texas. That's just what came to me. And so these are the cards that I've pulled. And I'm sure as the story unfolds and we learn more and more what's really going on, this is going to make more sense. So check back in with this information, and then we'll see where it lands us. But at the end, at the end, you know, after all the storms, what do they say? The pot of gold, the rainbow. And I love it because this card, Judgment, purely black and white. Nine of Swords, purely black and white. Five of Cups, purely black and white, right? But then in the end, after we've been through all this shit and all this fuckery, this is what's gonna happen. Ten of Cups. You see all those colors? Let's get into it. And this is emotions, you know, so we're gonna be fulfilled emotionally, and this is on a global level, and that's going to be a beautiful day. Radiating energy is what this card is bringing forth. The Ten of Cups overflows with positivity. Your goals are being realized, and the excitement surrounding you is magnetic to others. You may feel as though light or color radiates outward from you, almost as if you're shining. Experience sensations like this with an open and joyful heart. Do not doubt this power. And I have to say that much like the victims of Hurricane Katrina and many other natural disasters that have occurred over the years, this space feels brand new. This space feels like it's not giving up, like it's taking no prisoners, like it's truly being, you know? Water has personality too. The earth has personality too. And it's just being. Just like how we are. If we're loved and it feels good, then we emanate that. But if something happens to us and it doesn't feel good, we emanate that as well. So what do you think the earth is going to do? What do you think the water is going to do? What do you think the air is going to do? What do you think fire is going to do? What do you think animals are going to do? What do you think concrete is going to do? What do you think life force is going to do? If it feels good, it's going to be good. If it feels bad, it's going to be bad. And what's good and bad, right? It's just a feeling is more pleasurable, desirable, and the other one is not. You know what that is, you know? Forget all the words, but there is a difference. And we have a preference and experience, and we are traveling and aiming for a particular kind of experience that doesn't include this pain, that doesn't include this negativeness. Just wanted to go away. So that's my reading for today. You can hit me up if you would like to do a one-on-one reading privately about your own personal situations. And I'm not taking cash dollars. I'm going to be working on a bartering kind of a system. So when you feel like you need a reading for whatever reason, let me know. You can either inbox me, message here, or you can send me an email at, which one do I want to use? Let's use ILUVU at MAZEHAUS.com. That's ILUVU at MAZEHAUS.com. I love you at mazehouse.com. So if you want a reading, send me an email with your offering. What would you like to offer for a reading? And it doesn't have to be money. Actually, don't offer me money. If you offer me something that I don't want, I'm going to let you know. And I'll give you suggestions on what I'd like instead. If you can comply with those, then we'll do a reading. If not, perhaps I'm not the channeler for you. And that's all right. I'm not for everybody, but I'm for somebody. So if you think that I'm for you, then let's do this thing. And I'll tell you why I don't want the cash dollars is because of this. I just don't want it. I have other ways of getting my needs met, and I'm trying a new thing. So we're gonna start with this avenue, and eventually we're gonna grow into a wish list. I'll have a wish list set up, and you all can pick an item on the wish list, and we'll go from there. So in the meantime, in between time, get you a crystal quartz if you don't have one, clear and rose. I've got to get a rose one myself. I used to have one, but I gave it away. I was at an event a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, called Creating Change. It was here in Denver, and the name escapes me now, but a member of the global human community passed away, and this was specifically a LGBT event that I was attending at the Sheraton Hotel, downtown Denver, and they had an area set up for commemorating the death of this individual. So you could leave, flowers, candles, pictures, whatever. So I left my rose crystal quartz that I had with me. I believe I bought it in New York, but I may have gotten it in Colorado. I'd had it for a while, at least 6 to 7 months. And I was just starting my spiritual practice and working with crystals and doing divination readings and these things. And I just left it there. So I felt like they needed that love more than I did. They were really, really grieving. So I'm looking for a rose quartz that's going to be for me. I kind of want I'm looking for really an amulet. So I want like a neck piece that's going to be an amulet with like kind of a chunky, piece. That's what I'm really looking for to protect myself as I walk these earthly planes. So I'm on the hunt. It'll come. And in the meantime, y'all's get choose ones so we can talk about it and be about it and relate about it and do fun things with them. And yeah, so have a great day, great evening, great life, whatever is going on for you in the moment. And if it's not so great, try to find stillness and blessings and peace within the devastation. Find your light, find your happy, find your joy within the devastation, because if you can find that, it'll never go away, and it'll always be yours. Because it is yours. I'm Z Love Star 7. Namaste.